Hey everybody, 2 Kings 3 tells a fascinating story where the God of Israel promises victory in a military invasion of another nation, but is unable to deliver it and is driven off after being defeated by the patron deity of that other nation. And there's an exact parallel to this story in 2 Kings 18 and 19. And there we have Hezekiah, who becomes king over Judah, decides to throw off vassalage to Assyria, which causes an invasion on the part of the king of Assyria, who traps Hezekiah in his capital city like a bird in a cage, is what Sennacherib says. But he's unable to take the city, and the local patron deity, here the God of Israel, intervenes, kills 180,000 Assyrian troops, and they must pack up and leave. Now in 2 Kings 3, it is Mesha who becomes king over Moab and decides to throw off vassalage to Judah, which angers the Judahite king, and he forms a coalition of Judah, Israel, and Edom, and they invade Moab to try to return Moab to vassalage, and they are able to trap the king in his capital city, but they are unable to take the city. And then the text says in 2 Kings 3:27, that the king offered his heir to the throne as a human sacrifice on the city wall, and there was great fury against Israel, and they pack up and leave. The same two verbs used to describe Sennacherib packing up and leaving after having his forces decimated by the God of Israel. Now this phrase, great fury, in 2 Kings 3:27 refers everywhere else that it occurs except for a couple of Persian period prose couplets that are entirely different kind of usage, refers to divine fury, usually the God of Israel. It makes no sense that the God of Israel would drive off their own forces after promising victory, however. Here it refers to the fury of the local patron deity, the god of Moab, Chemosh. The sacrifice successfully catalyzes the intervention of Moab's patron deity, who drives off the invading forces, directly parallel to what happens in 2 Kings 18 and 19. So, although the God of Israel promised victory to the coalition whose only goal is to return Moab to vassalage, they are unable to do so, and the invading force is driven off by the patron deity of the nation of Moab. Adonai is defeated by that patron deity and must return to their own purview. Now, this is a difficult story for a lot of folks to accept, and people for many years have tried to gin up all kinds of imaginary scenarios to find another way to account for what happens in this story. But given we have an exact parallel to this story of an invading force being driven off by the local patron deity and failing to return a rebel state to vassalage, that is the best explanation for what's going on here, and that is the only one. It does not require ginning up imaginary scenarios that are not in evidence.